coach of your Gliscor, bringing you today's Week 7 PPL D2 battle against the TheTrojanHorsea and the Wycombee Wanderers. Now, unfortunately, these past 2 days I've been sick and sleeping all day, and it's raining out, and it's just terrible. But the show must go on, and today the battle versus Troy is here, and unfortunately we haven't won our past 2 games. We lost to Manitui, and then we lost to Travesty. Like I said, I was sick, so I didn't have much time, and my voice was hurting, my throat was hurting, and it's been hard to talk. So I didn't want to do a team builder, but as you saw before, it's there, it's combined into one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the battle. Now, obviously, my obvious lead would be Mamoswine to up against his Gliscor, so I decided to lead with my Keldeo, because it also takes on the Gliscor. Luckily, he leads with his Lucario, and he prepped for the Mamoswine. He's got that air balloon. I didn't want to make any predictions this early. The obvious switch was his Slowking. Now, I don't have any hidden power on here like I originally did, but I was afraid of this matchup specifically, and I thought he was going to go for a Trick Room, so I went for a Roar, which would out-prioritize it by 1 and stop him from getting that Trick Room up. But unfortunately, he's not a Trick Room set, and I roar him right out into the Raichu, which is one of the worst possible situations. So I switch out into one of the only things that wants to take a hit from the Raichu, which is my Gramble. As you can see, it doesn't do too much because of the Assault Vest. He switches out, he goes out into his Florges. The good news on this is I expected the Gliscor to come in expecting an Earthquake, but this lets me know that it is a physically defensive Florges. So seeing how I can't do too much with Florges, I switch out, go into my Charizard, and this is where I make a bad play. He hits me with a Toxic, which at the moment I'm thinking, hey, that's not too bad. I can go ahead and Mega Evolve, set up, and maybe get a couple kills. But as you see, that is not the case. And he was just one step ahead here. He planned specifically for my Charizard, and I fell right into that. I go for my Dragon Dance because, I need that Dragon Dance to go ahead and set up and win. And he goes for the Moon Blast just to get some chip damage off. And it does more than I wanted it to. I knew I wouldn't appreciate the Moon Blast, but I didn't really expect it to do that much. So I'm at +1. I can do a lot of damage to a lot of his things. So right here, I'm thinking Flare Blitz, goodbye Florges. But wait, he's got Protect. I really didn't expect Protect. I didn't think about it at all. Granted, this was at 7 in the morning, but that's no excuse. Charizard is slowly dying, and I know I have 1 turn left. What's it going to be? I'm going to go for the kill. And he switches out into his Raichu, thinking, alright, cool. Raichu's gone. Keldeo has one less problem to deal with. Flare Blitz, but wait, he's got a Focus Sash. And that is the end of Charizard. So not only does Charizard not do anything, but his Florges is still at great health, and we didn't get to kill the Raichu. So this play right here, I go for the Ice Punch, expecting him to maybe want to keep the Raichu for my Keldeo, knowing that my Keldeo is Life Orb, the Raichu would outspeed and kill. So I go for the Ice Punch, but I get Static. That is probably the worst case scenario of things that could happen. Not only am I paralyzed, making my Choice Scarf worthless, but I am locked into Ice Punch, which means something has to take a hit from this Slowking. He goes for Scald. Luckily, he doesn't get the burn here. And I expect him to switch out into something, so I go for the Play Rough. And he's got the Rocky Helmet. And this is just one thing after another. I thought I had a great matchup going into this match, but he just pulls out all the stops and completely prepped well. My Gramble can't do anything to this Slowking. He kills off the Gramble. Gramble effectively did nothing. My only real hope here is to go into the Flygon, hoping to scare him out. And I U-turn to get some initiative. He goes out into his Florges and takes his U-turn awfully well. This allows me to go out into my Nidoking, which forces the Florges out. I go for the Earthquake. He goes for the Protect. Expecting the switch, I also switched out and went into my Flygon. Now with this hope, Flygon is really my last chance to win here. And I'm doing everything I can. Dragon Claw, hoping to pop that air balloon, but he goes out into his Gliscor, and I pretty much know that Stealth Rocks are going to be coming, and I can't really do much about that. No, I wanted to preserve my my Focus Sash here, so I go out into my Mamoswine, knowing that this is going to scare him out. So I went for the Earthquake, and luckily we get a crit. That's the big shining moment here. I didn't want to take any chances, so I went for the knockoff this turn, expecting him to switch out into something. But he stays in, takes the Earthquake, Moonblasts, and there goes my Sash. Which isn't the end of the world, but it's definitely not the best case scenario. 2 Earthquakes do in fact kill the Florges, and just like that, we get a kill, but we're still really not feeling great about this matchup. I know that this Lucario is the problem. The air balloon is just so hard to pop, so hard to get rid of. So I go ahead and I sack off my Keldeo. I thought he would want to set up there, but either way, Keldeo's going down, and things just aren't great for the team. Flygon is really my only chance of winning. Knowing he's not going to want to stay in because he can't do too much to my Flygon, I went for another U-turn, taking more Rocky Helmet damage. So it's really I whittle things down, pop the air balloon, my only chance to win. I never really had strong footing in this match, but I didn't want to risk him switching out into anything he had. So I went for the knockoff, which would guarantee the kill on Slowking, but it means that my Mamoswine is not going to be able to switch out anymore. At this point here, I had hoped that he expected me to switch and went for an Ice Shard to try and pop that air balloon so Flygon could kill it, but that's not the case. He went for the Vacuum Wave and took out the Mamoswine. Here, I just go for the straight U-turn, pop that air balloon, and switched out into my Nidoking, sacking off Nidoking. I no longer needed Nidoking because it just wasn't worth it. Without the Choice Scarf, Nidoking can't do anything, and 2 Flash Cannons later, Nidoking goes down, and we're just down to Flygon. Now, like I said before, Flygon could take any one hit from this Lucario, so I went for the Dragon Claw, expecting him to want to switch and save the differential. And what do you know? He goes out into his Latias, and I'm thinking, man, we have a chance here. I could kill this Latias, but no, the Latias is Choice Scarfed, which is great preparation on his part. Originally, I had Expert Belt on my Flygon, but at the last minute, I changed it to Safety Goggles. And the Expert Belt would have given me another kill, making the differential 2-0 instead of 3-0, but he had a Choice Scarfed Gliscor with Ice Fang, so we would not have been able to take that out. So either way, he out-prepped us, he beat us, we lost 3 matches in a row, we tied the one before that, so we are 0 wins in the month of October, and that is just heartbreaking. We essentially are eliminated from top 3, but that doesn't mean that the season's over. We're going to go out there, give it our all in our upcoming matches, and hopefully right the ship and bring us to a above 500 record. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my voice this week. I hope you enjoyed me losing 3 weeks in a row, the 3 biggest matches of the season, the ones I said we needed to win, and we didn't. But stay tuned for more PPL D2 action.